Welcome to the Tuesday, July 15th, regular city council meeting. Would you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm still at a start. I started laughing because you're just like, what's that chair running? Ooh. Roll call, please, Misty.
Dewater.
Here.
Morris.
Here.
Weir.
Yes.
Smock.
Here.
Clements.
Here.
Number 4, I'll take a motion to approve the July 15th, 2025 agenda, please.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 5 is public comment. If you would like to speak to the council and myself, please just come up to the podium. Okay. Number 6, approval of the consent agenda. We'll take a motion to approve, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That was easy. You're approved. Yeah, Joe had stated that he'd get me a certificate of insurance, so I can have it on file.
We were just here in case you had any questions, so.
Sure.
Oh, well, in that case, how long you got?
Well, they're running shorthanded in concession.
Uh-huh, I was gonna say, I can't believe you were able to make it, but
It was intentional, yeah.
I was just gonna ask
Did-
if we could shoot it off the Lolo Peninsula that comes out. the city could-
That would be Parks.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think I can get that passed, but I just
Yeah.
need to get it mowed and stuff back there, so I just.
We don't have a problem with it. They used to do it there for years, but
Yeah, that's
Parks, yeah.
did, maybe we'll get hold of Chief Phillips so he knows what the date is?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
It's fine with it.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Pending your acceptance, so.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
bet.
Thanks, guys.
Number 7 is approval of the resolution. Did you have something?
I would just stay cool.
Okay. Yeah, it's hot out there.
It's still warm.
Number 7 is approval of the resolution calendar, please.
So moved. Second?
Roll call, please.
Dewater.
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
Weir.
Yes.
Smock.
Yes.
Clements.
Yes.
Number 8, Resolution 6977, authorizing compensation. I hope you all had the opportunity to read Public Works Director Chris Scher's explanation. It was just kind of a lack of communication, probably miscommunication between Chris and I during budget. Do you have any questions regarding that for Chris?
Nope.
I think it was pretty well explained.
Okay. I'll take a motion to approve then.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Dewater.
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
Weir.
Yes.
Smock.
Yes.
Clements.
Yes.
Number 9 is request from Building Inspection Department to make the necessary repairs on the 2012 Ford F-150 in the amount of $1799.87. Those have been made. It's back in our parking lot, and it had been verbally approved by council. But I'll take a motion to formally approve.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 10, council to consider minimum bid for 2012 and 2013 Chevrolet Tahoe in setting date for bid. I had reached out to Chief Dean, and we don't have the 2025 Explorer. It's not stenciled yet. It's not, whatever you'd call it.
Ready for the streets.
It's not dressed.
Yeah, it's just not ready for the street yet.
And we're gonna get 19 stripped down a little bit. We're gonna keep the Evansdale on there. Just take off the police department. Tim Ratchford's gonna do that for us. But we do need to start considering putting those two on the market. And I did not have time today
I
to
was just
do.
gonna ask.
Kelly Blue Book, dang it. I apologize. I didn't have time to do that today. But I can send that to you. I just wanted to get it on the agenda. There's some questions were asked about that around town. And, you know, I'm like, yeah, this, you know, we just need to get it in front of our face again because it's been a while.
We got 8 of them sitting there.
So how soon before the Explorer's ready?
I'm gonna say he didn't give me that, and he just actually left for vacation. He won't be back until August 4th. So I can reach out to Ben and see if there was any response
Okay.
on
Was it the high bid, is that what?
well, it was actually on the bid for when we were approving the, let me see if I can text him real quick.
I just didn't know if we were looking at 4 weeks, you know, so we could put this up for sale end of August. If it needs to be on the agenda right away, or put it second meeting in August, or not sure.
Yeah, sorry. Him and I were having the conversation, then he never got back to me, so I'm assuming he didn't receive.
What do we even think they're worth?
Well, you know, at one point, I mean, 2012 and 2013, you know, and they've been, especially 2013, it's pretty rough on the inside. But, I mean, you know, for a person wanting to invest some money in it, maybe get a new seat on the driver's side. I have no idea.
Any offhand guess on mileage?
No,
Just a rough area, that's just it, I don't even know what the ballpark is.
I don't know how I expected you guys to make a decision when I didn't have any
Probably like
information.
10,000 miles and 80,000 hours.
Yeah.
I know they're both in excess of 100,000. I do
Yeah,
know
I was
that,
gonna say,
yes.
it's good average for them's like 20 to 25 a year at least.
And they say if you have $100,000 on a police vehicle, it's more like 250,000 on the street vehicle.
Isn't the- Go ahead.
Four-wheel drive, right?
The 2013 is, the 2012 is not.
Okay, that makes a big difference in value,
Yeah,
assuming it works.
they both work,
I
yeah.
mean, the four-wheel drive system.
Oh,
If it's inoperable, then it doesn't matter.
yeah, it doesn't, you're right.
2,500, 3,500?
And that's, as I was kind of talking with the mayor, I didn't want to necessarily set it too low, because to previous council's credit, a couple of councilors before, they were very focused on keeping a higher value. We got way more out of them than what I was guessing, so I certainly don't want to necessarily give money away. If the market's gonna drive it, so I'll give them credit, they kind of changed my mind on, you know, I'm like, ooh, I know how bad they're beat and smashed up and this, I'm like, if we can get $1,000, I'm happy. We were getting, you know, closer to 5, you know, and stuff for them, so.
Yeah, I would imagine that we ought to be able to get at least close to 5. I mean, I know there's quite a few of the like, you know, kind of beat up, running 4 or 5 grand. So,
Yeah, I would have thought that was a little high, but, boy,
everything's high.
yeah.
What
have
I
a
can
question on
do-
the 212.
Go ahead.
though. Isn't that already pared down to be used for animal control?
Yes,
I guess I would suggest we hang on to that one a while longer yet. And at this time, only consider selling the 2013.
okay.
So just, I mean, just to kind of show you the range we're at, private seller. This is the fair, so it's not that it's trashed, but, I mean, I'm trying to run, 2012, 150,000 miles, private party with the lowest in trim package, the most basic of everything, not four-wheel drives, sits at an $8,000 value still.
6 to 8,000?
6,600 to 9,500 is the range.
Oh,
So
wow.
on average, it's about an $8,000 private party sale, which,
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
but that's
Not these
KBB,
days.
again,
That's without the four-wheel drive.
yep, and plain Jane. Black color, plain Jane, just the fair, you know, one to where it's not trashed, because there's a lower option, but
Put a
it's,
2 multiplier on yours.
So, yeah. So that's just, I mean, shocking, the market, the used car market things. And we've been getting prices, you know, kind of in that general area. Not that we're, you know, holding out for too much, but we've had some bids that have come close. So, yeah, you know, like I said, to the previous person's credit, they opened my eyes that I don't want to necessarily give it away if we can get, you know, more money for it.
And the 13 was the one with the four-wheel drive, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And again, I could be way off on mileage, you know, I put 150,000 in, just to kind of keep it high. Been, you know, service for, well, the 2012 obviously is the animal control for a little longer, but you're on that 10-year service.
And I could, not to postpone it any longer, but was that the 2013 that you did?
No, 2012.
Oh, the
Kept the
2012.
oldest, the most plain, the most everything, I'm still getting 8,000 for private party. So it would really just be the mileage, you know, if I'm way off on mileage for some reason, if 150 is way too low, that'll of course drop the value, but.
Is the 2012 having been pared down for animal control, are they currently using it?
Yes.
Okay. How often?
How often do you think that you use it?
5 or 6 times a week.
Oh,
Yeah, it moves.
Yeah.
A lot of times if we get like a catnip trap or something, I can put that in my pickup. But dog at large, we have to put it in something that has a, you know, separation from us and the driver of the dog, so.
okay. And we're not slated to, when's the next time we're slated to replace a cruiser?
2027.
That'd be 2 years.
2 more years?
Yeah.
Guess I'm just wondering, kinda in support of what Sandy's saying, as long as it's not nickel and diming us, it might not be bad to get rid of the one that's got more value.
Well,
the one
when,
that we're already using.
yeah, you want to come up here, Chris, and just, you know, at one point, Chris was actually interested in the 2013 because it did have four-wheel drive for the winter.
Yeah, there was a couple times where we kind of needed four-wheel drive on an animal control call, but then it got tore down or out of commission. So now it doesn't have that separation between the back seat and it's yeah, have you guys, anybody stopped and looked at that one?
When they decommissioned it, they did it roughly,
Yeah,
to put it
for-
nicely.
to put it nicely, yeah, it's rough. So I guess I don't know how that's gonna look with sharing a car. I think it's a great idea to go down that avenue, but sometimes, you know, you see their squad cars sitting at Advanced or to where, and if they do need to take it for a week or whatever, then we're out of a car, then I can't pick up dogs at large. So I thought our biggest expense on that car, and correct me if I'm wrong, was the GPS unit. So once we got that off, it hasn't really cost us a whole lot of money. So,
The 2012 has the AC problems though, right?
yeah, but we shut the back off and we just have it in the front.
So that the AC
But it's not
does
like
work.
it's not like we cruise with that though.
Yeah, no,
we
but
go
the
get
AC,
it.
because I thought it had gone completely out and you had no
We
cold
got
air
it
or
to the
anything.
front. It's
Okay.
not great. But windows down and
Yeah, get you from point A to point B,
Yeah.
not having the animal
Yeah,
sit
it's-
in there for an
Yep.
extended amount of time.
yeah, go to our holding facility. But the biggest thing about the 2013, it's already decommissioned, ready to go. So I say, you know, let's get that off our hands and we'll see how this sharing a vehicle, see how that looks. That might work great, and then we can get rid of the 2012 next.
Maybe try it out for like, what, 6 months or something like that,
Yeah.
or?
Yeah, see how it works.
I mean, because you will have, it will be in your care. 2019 would be in your care.
Yeah, that would be inside.
Yeah.
Odd, but it will be inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, And I think, our animal in 2012, I think it has 143,000. And I wanna say 13 is right there too, cause I think those are the only two, about the only two that Randy was driving, so.
So that's, yeah, so that's.
So you're
gonna be-
right close.
That's gonna be pretty close then, cause
Yep.
the mileage would be the biggest thing that throws it off, cause it's not feature rich. So,
No, it's
you know,
not.
if somebody's expecting leather and, you know, heated steering wheel and stuff, yeah, no, it ain't gonna be on it.
With interior being roughed up considered, I mean, do we set minimum bid at 7 and just get a date set and get the thing on the road?
Yeah,
Everybody good with that?
And this for the 13?
Yeah.
this is for 2013, so, is that a motion?
Hang on just a sec, Adam, if you can.
Okay.
Let me just see if, cause
And
the
that
four-wheel
one is,
drive will change
that
that.
one is four-wheel drive.
Yep.
And when we sell these, it's just we get sealed bids, highest bidder takes it,
That is correct.
and there's no
Yeah.
negotiation about
You know,
anything.
and the good thing is, it's, you know, it's 3 weeks for our next meeting, because it's not until August 5th, okay? The 2025 goes in on the 23rd of July. So it will be back in plenty of time. The 2013's already decommissioned,
Perfect.
so we'll get, we're not decommissioning 2019, besides taking off police department, at this time. It was, you know, we've had 5 cars for quite a long time, actually since, Kent's been in office. So this was just something we were gonna try and see, you know, if we could go down to 4 cars for the police
All right.
department.
I think Justin's almost.
So,
He's just checking.
Yeah, I had to get back in, I knew it
Oh, okay.
didn't pull up the four-wheel drive, which is what that did, so.
And probably the biggest engine that you can get, I
About
suppose.
$500 more, so about 86, 8,700 instead of 81,
okay,
so a little bit more, but not a ton.
So do we think 7 would be a little low, or you wanna go 75, you wanna go 8? I mean, I haven't seen the interior. If it
Well, and
looks like a rat's nest, then.
guess if we don't get a single bid, and we drop it.
You can always go down.
So I'm good with 7,500 to start.
75 sounds good.
No, thank you for waiting. I will support your motion.
I will make a motion to put the 2013 Chevy Tahoe up for bid at a minimum of $7,500. Do we have a date?
August 5th,
August 5th.
Well, second.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Excellent. We will get the paperwork ready and get it out online for a minimum bid of 7,500, 2013 Chevrolet Tahoe. And of course, I'll have all the information available for those who want to come look at it. Number 11 is council to consider disposal of the Avaya phone system. I did reach out. There actually isn't any rep now in this area. We used to have Advanced Systems. That's where we originally purchased it 10 or 11 years ago. There is a company that when we did have an issue, we worked with out of Des Moines, and I did actually reach out to him, and he said that he wasn't interested. You know, the only thing that he did say is the YMCA may be interested for parts purposes.
I guess I consider us lucky if we don't have to pay to get rid of it.
Oh,
Cause I don't think that technology is
no,
Yeah.
How old are the units?
valid.
10 to 11.
Yeah,
I think
held
they're
out to
10, but
Phones for years, and I'm like, what am I ever gonna do with this?
And the
Pitched it.
difference, if it was a true IP phone, which is basically what all these new ones are, they plug
Yeah.
in kind of like on your computer network and they use the internet. If it's that style of phone, there might be some replacement usability. You could sell them off for, you know, next to nothing, but get $20 a handset instead of 200. then at least they could work in. But the problem is the system that we have is not that. It's the old school style phone systems, which there just isn't those systems anymore. Everything's moved. You know, if you're going to invest in a phone system, you're going to move to the new stuff, like what we just did. So you're going to have to find somebody that has so much invested in this old Avaya to want to keep the parts, and it's going to be maybe an eBay sale at best, would be my guess. So it just depends on how much we feel it's worth and how much time we want somebody kind of babysitting and working the eBay sale stuff. But my guess, you know, even out of the, what is it, dozen handsets or so? Or no,
24.
24, I was gonna say, yeah, wasn't it like a 22 count or something?
Yeah.
And then some of the back-end stuff, we are able to repurpose the computers. So there's software that would control like the voicemail and all the lines and things, actually just ran on a Windows computer. Those we can repurpose. So those were actually just new, had to be replaced and upgraded a year
Yeah,
or
just
two
recently,
ago.
6 months.
And like the mayor's already said, instead of buying a new computer for the front desk out there, we can just repurpose that machine. So we'll keep those, and that works. But the guts of the system itself, yeah, my guess is unless you know directly who has it, who wants to use it, it's eBay at best. And we'd have to look to see how much is out there. My guess is there's probably a lot to choose from.
Is there, software that supports that system?
Through Avaya. So, yep, the phones themselves don't do anything without kind of the back end to program them.
And that might not even be supported anymore.
Correct. Avaya would have to have some sort of back end to, or you'd have to know how to program it, you know, yourself if you knew the system to begin with. I don't believe it was anything that needed to be licensed per se, so it's not like a subscription to make it work. But if you didn't know the system, like I said, you would have to have an Avaya system now and say, hey, I need some spare parts because I'm not replacing it, and I know they're not making it anymore, so I'm just gonna go find the spare parts, you know, on eBay.
I mean, I could see it being worth maybe the one phone call to YMCA and say, hey, do you guys have an Avaya phone system? If so, you interested, we'll donate. I mean, it'd be hard to ask for anything for that, you know, just unsolicited.
Right.
But I don't know that it's worth any of our time to try to nickel and dime the sale of it.
Well, because without the software,
Yeah,
it doesn't,
it's like somebody
Work.
trying to give you a TiVo box.
right. Right, without having the program.
Is that something that goes to the landfill? Are we restricted as to what we can send there?
Well, I imagine there's a responsible disposal method for them. We might have to contact.
I bet Goodwill would take them. They have partnership with Dell that does e-recycling, so for electronic waste. So Goodwill takes it for free, and then they get paid per weight. Dell pays them basically for collecting and stuff, so they get a little bit of revenue back for doing it.
It's good to know.
Could be a write-off. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know how that works.
That'd be my recommendation.
Okay.
Could be a write-off for somebody.
Do you want to make the motion?
Sure. I'll make a motion to first contact
Do you want to speak into the speaker
Shirley.
so people can hear you?
I guess I would propose that we first contact the YMCA to see if they have any use for this. If not, contact Goodwill for their disposal.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 12, Mayor and Council reports. I only have one thing this evening. Just letting everybody know that Evansdale Days is going to be on September 13th with the parade starting at 10. Have a lot of activities. We're looking at tug of war over a pit of water. We have a lot of activity for the kids, bouncy house, face painting, etc. The list goes on. We are in the process of putting posters out all around town, and we'll be posting it, of course, on Facebook, etc. But it's going to be a great day. We have 2 live bands, one being Bad Habits, the other one being Nevertheless. And then we will have a DJ for the interim when the bands aren't playing. That's all I have.
I just wanted to comment on that, Lafayette Street meeting last Thursday.
Yes.
I attended. I don't normally attend, but because there was a couple of people I know who were very unhappy, at least going into the meeting. They live on Eldine Court. But I don't know, Deanne just kind of turned it over to the engineers.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a good job of
Yes.
sort of answering questions, certainly answered mine.
Sure.
And diffused any real issues, but the two homeowners were not aggressive. They were mild-mannered compared to what a few of us have seen them.
Yes, I agree.
So, and then I just happened to go after the meeting to that intersection, and there they were with the tape measures. But it was everything that the engineers had said, and I didn't doubt it. But I was just a little concerned that, you know, sometimes engineers can be a little abrasive. But they went out of their way
Yes.
to explain
Yeah.
the whys and wherefores.
Yes.
So, not that that's the end of it,
I wish I could have been.
but it is for me.
I did actually speak to him today, you know, just to let him know, you know, if he wanted at any time to come in and, you know, have his time during discussion, he could. And it kind of sounded like he was letting it kind of rest at this point.
Yeah, at this point, at least until they get that other 2 inches built up.
Yeah,
To where
right.
then-
Which is going to make a huge difference.
Because that definitely narrowed the road down.
Sure. If you don't count the little apron where the
Yeah.
curb and gutter come down.
That's right.
Yep. And that's what I was wondering, because he did call me, left a message, I left him a message back, but I did specifically go down and look, and I, at least on the voicemail that I left him, was just, hey, if this is what you're looking at of just asphalt, absolutely, I can see why you're concerned, because from your existing street to it, it is smaller. But remember, we gotta raise it up and put it all the way to the curb, so you've got that extra, it's probably 3 feet, at least 1.5 feet on each side, so you've got another 3 feet to go, which will widen it back out, so. Yep.
How wide is that apron?
I bet it's at least 1.5
So
on
18
each side.
inches,
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
So
there's 3 feet.
You got 3 feet back to the
Yeah.
roadway, yep. So the hard thing is if it was all concrete right now, even though there was a pitch difference, you know, you wouldn't notice it. But the fact it's a
No.
high contrast white concrete
Black and-
to a black asphalt, you can easily see the depth difference.
Yeah.
And that's what I was wondering if maybe that's what he was referring to. And I'm like, no, there's more to come.
Yeah.
We're not gonna leave you with this weird bump to try to get around and drive all over the curb and gutter.
Yeah, you know, I think that's part of the difference in colors.
I do too.
Because he considered that driving on that little apron, which we all do. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the road.
Every road in town.
He considered it the curb. So every time he kept talking about driving on the curb, threw me off.
Sure, and not up on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
it's there and then the curb, you know.
Yeah, so they're actually two separate components, even though they're cast together.
Yeah, it's a fluid motion, but.
So when I was talking to him, I suggested that they wait until it's done, and if they still have issues, that the council would listen to them for a minute. And then the mayor and I talked, and you had the same conclusion.
Yeah.
I talked to Dottie about it, and I don't, like I said, think it's the end of it, but
Well, I did say to him today, I says, you know, I just want to reiterate that this project was completely 100% approved by the DOT.
you know,
And if there was any, because they go, believe it or not, they go through it with a fine tooth comb. You know, so I'm not hesitant at all saying that it is an approved project by the Iowa Department of Transportation. So,
well, I've said that too, but there was real doubt cast on DOT's qualifications. Just like the engineers, well, what do they know?
Just be careful driving on all our interstates and
I
bridges.
don't know, but we hired them, and that's who we've got, so.
Exactly.
What's that?
Completion, when?
They only have 35 working days left. Yeah, so we're coming down, we're narrowing down to the end. I think it'll be completed without even dreaming about it, because I do quite frequently, by the end of August.
August, yep.
Yeah.
Just in time to get school rolling and
Yep.
get Lafayette stuff.
Yeah, I'm hoping that, when the kiddos come back to school, that it is ready to roll.
Nice new bike trail.
Yep.
Secured crosswalk.
Yep.
Nice new smooth street.
Yep.
When I drove by it tonight before the meeting, there was a family walking on the new sidewalk already. Little kids on their little bike and pushing a stroller, and mom and dad walking.
Yeah.
I've had several comments on.
Yeah, a lot of-
compliments, actually, on that trail.
Yeah, a lot of positive feedback on the trail.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to using it.
Yep. Well, no further comments. I'll
I
take
just
a
have
motion
one.
to, oh, go ahead.
The next opportunity to help support the efforts to build a community center in town will be coming up August 9th. There will be a summer concert. It's going to be held at Prince of Peace Lutheran Church outdoors. There will be a band coming. They're coming from southern Iowa called the Harvest Band. And admission will be $25. There'll be food available. And so it's from 2 to 6 on that Saturday afternoon. So
August 9th?
August 9th.
Yep, good.
So the band plays everything, country, old rock and roll classics, blues, a little bit of everything. Actually, a lot of everything.
Awesome.
Mayor, and then I know we don't have dates nailed down, but just to plant the seed, we're working on both setting a date for the ribbon cutting for Pella.
Yep, that is, yeah, I believe it's going to be the 19th. I didn't hear back from him today.
But
Yep.
just to put it out, because again,
Yes.
happy if anybody's around, wants to attend as well, once we find out.
Right, right, right.
And then the wastewater treatment plant, the public tour and information and completion on that, I know you've been working on.
Yeah,
getting a
hopefully
date
that will
set.
be, yeah, sometime maybe in the middle of August. So hopefully when I get people respond back to me, then we'll have some of those dates set. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, just planting the seed.
I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, guys.